Good morning to all of you, and welcome for this great event which is happening here today. Um, Myself and Ratna, we have known each other for several years. I think right since the time Vividhataa has started, we have known. I still remember meeting her in Jalgaon. And then when I came back to Mumbai, she contacted me and she came down and met me in Mumbai. And since then, we have been connected since the right beginning. And I am very happy and honored that today she considered me to come here and give this keynote address. So, diversity, equity, inclusion, this is something which has been a topic which is very close to my heart because being, as you saw in the introduction, I'm openly gay person. But you know what, even though I have been given this label of a LGBTQIA plus activist, I'm not. I have always been an individual who has believed in inclusion of various sorts. So I actually consider myself as more of a human rights activist, working for all those marginalized communities, all those communities who have been oppressed and who have not been given their justice, not been given their equalities. And also I work for animals as well. So it is not just human beings, but also animals. So I think I have to reframe my term as being called a gay activist or LGBTQI activist as you know, you can say all activist, something like that. So, you know what, when I started my activism, when I openly came out in 2006, I realized one thing that if we need to fight for our rights, we need to also fight for other people's rights. We shouldn't be that selfish that, oh, if I am gay, then I should fight only for gay rights. So that's how I started including other marginalized communities. And today I'm very happy to share that I have been working for, as a gay man, I fight for women's rights. We have been working for domestic violence against women through my organization, Lakshya Trust. We have saved so many lives of women who have been harassed for dowry cases, in-laws harassing them, legal matters. Then we have been working for the PWDs as well, the people living with disabilities, visually impaired, for the physically challenged individuals. I also have been working for tribal rights. We have in Rajpipla, the place where I come from, we have a very ethnic tribe. It's an African Sindhi tribe which came down to India 300 years ago. And this particular tribe is yet not understood by this country. They have been subject to so much of stigma and discrimination. So I have been fighting for that tribe as well, trying to see how we can empower them, how we could give them justice, how we could give them equal opportunities at workplace, for health, for education. Just very recently, one case had come to me for this particular African tribe. There was this individual who had fractured his leg, and he went to the doctor for getting his treatment, went to the orthopedic surgeon. And you know what the orthopedic surgeon said to him? You are an African origin. You have got bone structure which is different than others, so I'm going to charge you more. Can you imagine? This case came to me. I fought it out. We went to the surgeon and said, you cannot charge an individual just because the bone structure is bigger or different than any other person. So, and that's how we managed to, get that person justice, and he was able to get himself treated. And so these are the kind of discriminations we are facing at all spheres, whether it's LGBTQI+, it's women, it's tribes, it's races. And I really appreciate, and I would like to thank Ratna for starting the event with the reading out the Constitution, I always tell people when I meet them, I said, we know India has got the best written constitution of the world, but how many of us even have read the Constitution? I'm sure if you do a survey in this room itself, I would challenge you, and I bet that not more than 10% of us have even read the Constitution. And if we don't read the Constitution, how are we supposed to know what are our rights? And if we don't know our rights, then we will be constantly discriminated. Our human rights are going to get violated at each point of our time. Because we, as Indian citizens, we don't know what is our right. So how are we going to fight for it? So it was very important, and it was a very good thing. And I think other events should also read the Indian Constitution. We should be aware about what our fundamental rights have been guaranteed to each and every citizen of this country. Then and then only we will be able to achieve diversity and inclusion in the true sense, according to me. So I think to conclude, I would just like to make a note that though diversity, we are fighting for diversity, we are fighting for inclusion, everything, diversity should not be seen as a weakness. Diversity is our strength. And it is up to us whether we want to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion, or we want to ignore and accept the fact that we should allow ourselves to be discriminated. Because if we choose to embrace diversity and inclusion, then believe me, we would make this world a much better place to live with. Thank you.